Hi, I am Professor Khushbu Chokshi and today I will be explaining the concept of annual general meeting, which is covered by section 96 of the Act. It's a very important section because a lot of questions have been asked in practical case study type of questions, MCQ type of questions. So coming to the annual general meeting, this provision has to be complied by both the public company and a private company, but a OPC is not required to follow it even though it falls under the category of a private company. Annual general meeting, so basically it's a meeting which has to be held annually by a company. Now what are the provisions for holding the meeting? So if I am a new company and if I have incorporated my company, I have to hold the first annual general meeting within a period of 9 months from the close of the financial year. So say for example, if I have incorporated my company on 13th of August 2018. Okay, this is my date of incorporation. Now the year ends for me on 31st of March 2019. I have to hold the AGM by 31st of December 2019, that is 9 months from the end of the financial year. I hold my meeting on say 30th of September 2019. So is this a valid AGM? Yes, it's a valid AGM because I am holding the meeting within 9 months from the end of the financial year. So this is perfect. Now when I am not this 9 months period, please note it cannot for any reason be extended by the ROC. It's already an extended period which has been given to you. So you have to hold the first AGM within 9 months from the end of the financial year. Now any other AGM other than the first AGM, the requirement states that you have to hold the other AGM within 6 months from the end of the financial year, or and the time gap between two AGMs cannot exceed 15 months. So say my next year, I am suppose my next financial year ends on 31st of March 2020. So I have to hold my AGM, the due date for holding the AGM is 30th of September 2020. I have to hold it by 30th of September 2020. Say for example, I hold the AGM on 13th of September 2020. Is it a valid AGM? Yes, it's a valid AGM because I am holding it within the 6-month period. And the second condition is that the time gap between two AGMs should not exceed 15 months. So first AGM was on 30th September 19, second on 13th September 2020. So the time gap is not exceeding 15 months and this is a valid AGM. Now say for example, instead of 30th September 19, the company holds the meeting on 1st April. I am a new company. I am very enthusiastic about complying with everything. So 31st March the year ended, 1st April I decided okay, let's hold AGM and finish all the compliances. So I hold my AGM on 1st April 2019 and in the second year I am holding AGM on 13th of September 2020. Here I am holding the AGM within 6 months from the end of the financial year, but the time gap between the two AGM is exceeding 15 months and hence it's not a valid AGM. So this is the provision. Now coming to the other provision is that the ROC has the powers to extend the time limit of any subsequent AGM by a period of 3 months if it has if the company has given reason to believe that it could not hold the AGM within the period of those 6 months. Then the notice to specify, every notice that you send for an annual general meeting will specify that I am holding the meeting for the meeting is going to be an annual general meeting. It has to be called during business hours and it has to be called at the registered office of the company, or it can be called at any within the city or town or village where the registered office is situated and not at any other place. And sometimes when the company defaults in holding the AGM, the tribunal has the power to hold the AGM or tribunal has the power to direct or order the company to hold the AGM, and then the company will have to hold the AGM on that particular date. If there is any default in complying with the provisions of the act, then the fine company and every officer will be punishable with a fine extending up to 1 lakh rupees, and with a further fine which may extend to 5,000 for every day when the default continues. And once the AGM has been held, a report has to be submitted in form MGT 15 within a period of 30 days from the conclusion of the annual general meeting. I hope the concept was helpful to you. If you have liked the video, request you to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.